All right, guys, we're gonna get into this so we can check this out, dude. There we go.
Yeah, we can hear it.
We did a bunch of work early on looking at various different types of weapons we could add to the sandbox. It's hard to find a new role that fits into that without breaking anything, but we throw stuff at the wall, see what sticks. And we found that the glaive was sticky.
Yes, it was. It is a projectile weapon, and it is a shield, and it's a melee weapon all at the same time.
You can just destroy stuff. That's really satisfying.
Yeah, it's a whole cocktail of absurdity.
I said cock. The glaive, man.
Adding anything new to a sandbox, it's never not going to be difficult.
It's kind of amazing to think how many development hours went into this. A designer dedicated just to the glaive for almost a year, like 6 months animated time, a ton of engineering support.
And it's so different than we thought it was going to be from the outset.
Yeah. The amount of iteration that went into this resulted in something I think is really special.
When we first started running playtests with it, they were way too strong. And that's a good thing. That's a good problem to have.
You need to know how it's going to break things in addition to how it's working. And one of the best ways to do that is to send a whole bunch of people into a big map and go, hey, try and kill each other in the most ridiculous, absurd ways you possibly can.
Like, look at this.
That'd be so much fun.
You're not really playtesting if nobody is being an insufferable little trash goblin.
It's my kind of playstyle. I like getting into the face.
It's a thing that I feel like doesn't get talked about enough. The importance of breaking whatever it is you're working on in order to make sure that it's functional and that we can ship it in a healthy way.
It's very fun. I like meleeing that fast.
We had a bunch of folks playing through using the glaive and listening to them come out of that playtest and be like, wow, I felt like a badass. We knew that we were going in the right direction at that point.
Up to this point, our primary melee-focused weapon archetype has been swords. We pull the camera out in third person because a lot of time, you're taking these really big swings that are going to hit things that would be outside your field of view if you were in first person. The glaive is a much more focused, much more directed thing. I mean, it's a polearm. You're holding it. It is very clearly pointing in a direction. So we wanted to keep that experience in first person. It has an immediacy that I think would have been lost if we were exclusively in third person.
We had an idea of what we wanted it to be, and we knew we could get there. And after a year seeing it, it's like, oh, of course we made that. That's what we're aiming at the whole time, right? But it's not. It's something completely new and completely unique.
One of the things that I think is so exciting about the glaive is it's the kind of weapon you can only find in a Bungie game. It doesn't exist outside of the Destiny universe. It's this thing that someone said, okay, we love the high fantasy influences and we love sci-fi. Let's mold those two things together in this thing that's like part lance, part fusion rifle, part shield. And it comes together to create this experience that you can only find in Destiny.
This thing is awesome. A sword, a gun, and a shield all at once. It's just something we're really excited for. I can't wait for players to get their hands on the glaive.
Bro, that thing looks
warm, fuzzy feeling.
Yeah, super, super dope, man. So I was talking to Good about this a little bit off stream the other day, and I feel like I agree with the devs. I'm happy they kept it in first person. And my understanding is that the way the shield is going to work, you have to charge the shield, right?
Yeah, from what I understand, it's charging the shield. The way you do that is by hitting enemies.
Okay, got it.
So you're not just going to have a recharging shield and just run around like block. It's basically the inverse of a sword.
Right.
How the sword guard works.
Got
I
it.
could be wrong. I could be misunderstanding it, but...
What about, did we hear anything about the projectiles? Like how those are going to work? I know it's going to be kind of like a tracking,
It's a tracking fusion
like kind of like Lumina,
shotgun.
right? Kind of.
Kinda.
Okay.
He did say, what is it? It's like part shield, part sword, part fusion. So that's The only thing I can be like, oh, it's probably closer to fusion because it's not an insta. You click it and it's out.
Right. Now, my question is that going to be like is that using charges to shoot that, or is that the actual ammo of the weapon?
It's ammo.
It's ammo.
Look
Okay.
at it. There was a playtest. Keep going.
Mute that a little bit.
Well, they were playtesting it. Yeah. So if you look in the bottom,
Yep.
there's ammo, and then someone actually fires it, and the ammo goes down.
Got it.
So
Okay.
The actual projectiles are what is it? Yeah, around here. If you just play it.
Okay. Here, let's just go. We'll go back a little bit and play it here just to make sure.
You'll see he actually ends up shooting the actual thing. The ammo count goes down. So
Got it.
it was around here, maybe. Oh,
We'll see it. That's okay.
The next time they show in the EDZ.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
see?
4-3 to 2. Yeah, yeah. Got it. Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about it. Now, all of them, they're character specific, but they all have the same features, right?
So, well, no. So there's legendary glaives, and then there's, I want to say, only 3 exotic glaives.
Okay.
If not more. They've only shown 3, and the 3 are the class exclusive ones.
Got it. Do you remember the perks on those for each character?
They didn't say the perks, but the general idea is the Titan one is a mini Ward of Dawn.
Okay.
The Warlock one is effectively a heal turret. And
Okay.
then the Hunter one is an arc thunder wave that goes through and chains through groups of enemies.
Got it. Okay. That is going to be pretty dope. And I'm assuming like all of those will be on like quest lines to get those, right?
I'm gonna assume so.
Okay.
I'm gonna assume that it's gonna be reminiscent of the King's Fall swords.
That's kind of when you said the exotics, that's exactly what I thought about. The 3 swords.
Yeah, because they said our first glaive is gonna be crafted, not earned. So we're gonna craft one in the campaign, and then either craft or run through a quest for the exotic glaives. I think it's going to be a quest to craft them, personally, because they're obviously leaning into the crafting and stuff.
Sure.
But, who knows? We'll see in a couple days.
I wonder if... So, my memory of doing the exotic swords were that they were an absolute pain in the ass to do.
They were a fucking pain. I did
So,
all 3 of them.
I did too. And I'm wondering how hard these ones would be to complete if they're going to be on that level of grinding.
Difficult.
Yeah.
They were just tedious.
A lot of steps.
Because you had to go get helium filament. Was it helium? Helium flakes? I don't know. Whatever the thing was on the material on the dreadnought, you had to literally run a route for like 2 or 3 hours.
Sure.
To get enough.
Sure.
Then you needed a certain amount of calcified fragments. Then you needed to go do a specific strike,
right,
or something like that.
It was like Dark Knight or Dark. What was it? The pit one.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It's the fucking Dark Prince.
Dark Drinker. Dark. Was it for Dark? No. I don't remember it. I remember we had to kill the boss that was down in that pit.
Yeah, the fucking Dark Cellar pit.
Yeah.
Prison.
Yep.
But no, like before that, you had to go into the patrol space and kill a specific boss. Or 3 specific bosses to open a door within like 30 seconds of each other.
Right.
To get there.
Yep.
And find the one you needed. Kill him with a sword.
Was it Dark Drinker? Wasn't it? That was the hardest one to do, wasn't it? The Void one.
I
remember it was the most OP one, but
you had to grab materials from different destinations.
Sure.
I think it was Dark Drinker, just because the Mars destination material weren't really spawning.
Right.
And they spawned for everybody. So if someone came by and grabbed it,
you were fucked. Yeah, you were fucked. Like 2 people can't get it. So Well, I'm pumped, bro. That trailer was dope, man.